Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you so much for joining us right here on the Trading Bell Show. We're going to have a conversation with Abdi Mohamed, the CEO and MD, Absa Bank Kenya, just to understand and review 2023 and get the outlook of the 2024. Really, how is the banking sector performing? But first, let's take a look at his profile and then get into the conversation. Abdi Mohamed assumed the role of CEO and Managing Director of Absa Bank Kenya PLC in May 2023, bringing over 28 years of extensive experience in the financial sector. A Kenyan national, Abdi's journey within the Absa Group has been marked by strategic leadership and diverse executive roles across geographical landscapes. Prior to his current role, Abdi served as the Managing Director of Absa Bank Tanzania and acted as the Managing Executive for Retail and Business Banking, overseeing operations across various African regions where Absa operates. His comprehensive expertise was also demonstrated as the Chief Operating Officer for the bank in Kenya. Abdi's career within the organization spans pivotal roles, including Director of Retail and Business Banking in Kenya and Zambia, as well as Operations Efficiency Manager at Barclays Global Retail and Commercial Bank in London. Beyond his executive responsibilities, Abdi is an influential figure in the banking community. He actively contributes in the banking industry's progress as a member of the Kenya Bankers Association Governing Council and is also a board member at UN Global Compact Network Kenya, where he champions the principles of responsible corporate citizenship and sustainability. Academically, Abdi holds a Bachelor of Commerce Honours from Kenyatta University, a Master's in Business Administration from Edith Cowan University, with an Advanced Management Program at IMD Business School in Switzerland. Abdi Mohamed, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
I know.
Nice to see you again.
Same to here. I think it's been some, I don't know if it's 100 years or so, but anyway, 100 days, sorry. Yes. Good. But looking at you, you look like you have already immersed yourself into the system, and I want to get a focus on how you've been doing, looking through the year. I mean, since January all the way down, and I know you just announced your Q3, but what has been the year like for you and your customers?
Well, thank you very much. I think we last met when we had just announced our first half results.
Absolutely.
And as you know, since then we have announced our quarter three and published it.
Yeah.
The bank continues to show strong growth, revenue, balance sheet, profit growth, and continues to show positive returns. That meet, stakeholder expectations. So overall, the performance of the organization is good. The balance sheet remains solid, good liquidity, good capital, and the expectation is that we'll continue to drive, that agenda. But when you look at the year as a whole, it's mixed. There've been some very good developments during the course of the year. There've also been challenges, as you know, in the macro, globally, regionally, locally, in our own country. And therefore, one of the things we've also been doing is to ensure that we work with our customers through what is a fairly challenging period of time, and ensure that we are helping them drive sustainable growth in their own businesses. But the overall picture is mixed. GDP growth still remains strong, looks good. Some sectors are showing strong growth. Tourism is a good example. Agriculture has had a good year, but at the same time, we, as we know, have challenges in certain sectors as well. So it's been a mixed picture, and our job as a bank has been to continue supporting our customers through this period of time.
You're right. Allow me to get into the shoe of the customer, because generally when you look through, it's been quite a tough one, especially we had the finance bill passed, we had a lot, and this has gone down to the effect of generally all Kenyans. How are your customers, getting affected? In other words, what have you observed, especially on the customer side of things?
I think what we continue to observe is, especially in our business customers in the agricultural sector, customers in manufacturing, etc., is the continued resilience of the Kenyan economy and the Kenyan business community. And for us as an organization, they inspire us,
Yeah.
and we continue working with them. So we have central to our purpose is empowering Africa's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's about thinking about today, the challenges that the economy is going through today,
Yeah.
but also thinking about tomorrow, because this always works in phases.
Absolutely.
Absa has been around for many, many years.
You're right.
And when you run an organization that is 100 years old, you really have to have a long-term
Yeah.
lens on issues and on the economy. So we think about today's challenges, how we work through it with our customers,
Yeah.
but we also think about the next phase and the next cycle and how we are preparing
Yeah.
the overall economy for that phase as well. So yeah, it's we work with them. We see the resilience, we see the creativity,
Yeah.
the ability to continue doing business, and that inspires us.
Okay.
As a bank, we also look at how do we ensure that as much as possible we're also protecting our customers,
Yeah.
and ensuring that as we go through these challenges, we help them manage their own risk, we help them manage their own businesses,
Yeah.
through empowerment, through training, and we work through this period with them. So it's a
Okay.
continuous partnership.
Okay, excellent. Allow me to come back to the Q3 results, and I just wanted to pick a thing or two from your highlights, especially on revenue growth and growth of assets.
Yeah.
What would be your sentiments on that, looking at your Q3?
So in quarter three, profit 15% growth year on year, revenue 20% growth
Sure.
year on year. Balance sheet also double-digit growth, which basically tells you we are putting out credit into the private sector,
Yeah.
and we're still supporting customers through this period of time.
Yeah.
And this is across all the sectors. So in the corporate banking area, we've seen double-digit growth, and that is helping customers expand, helping customers manage through this cycle.
Yeah.
We're still doing a lot of SME business. It has been an area of focus for us, this year.
Absolutely.
And with the SME business, what you want to do is ensure that you're helping them through the pricing and the kind of costs that they pay to the bank, ensure that it's manageable for them.
Yeah.
And part of how we are doing this is partnering as well with other entities. The Africa Guarantee Fund is a very good example,
Yeah.
where we have a good partnership, a risk-sharing partnership that allows us to pass on better costs to our SME customers and see how we can work with them through this period of time.
Okay.
So the aggregate of all those activities is what shows up in the financials.
Okay.
The financials is just an outcome.
You're right.
It's an outcome of all the effort that we make to work with our customers through this period of time.
Yeah.
And you will continue to see, even as we move forward, that our exposures to SME, our exposures to corporate banking,
Yeah.
our exposure to the retail customers and so on will continue to increase.
Excellent, excellent. And we wish you well in all those initiatives as well. Let's talk about what you just launched recently, and you launched an amazing sustainability report. And I'm curious to know some of the key highlights in that particular report, and just looking forward to ensuring that your bank is sustainable.
Yeah, sustainability is a critical element of our agenda.
Okay.
It's a big part of our strategic journey, both at a group level as well as locally as Absa Kenya.
Yeah.
We pride ourselves on being leaders in running a sustainable business that is successful today, but is also sustainable in the future. We have sustainability plan that consists of about 13 pillars.
Yeah.
It is anchored in the SDGs. And just to give you some examples, environment and climate is a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Both in terms of how we finance and our financing approach, but also how, as Absa, the organization, how we run our own company and ensuring that it's sustainable from that perspective. We have the social goals, for example, financial inclusion, where we have products that are gender specific, We have specific products for women-run businesses, for example, where we've done a lot of engagement, a lot of training, but also a lot of balance sheet exposure to those communities. The beauty about the Kenyan situation is that we have a regulator who is also very much participating in this process. The climate finance guidelines were issued by the CBK, and it gives an umbrella and kind of a support for the industry to ensure that we are moving ahead in this sustainability journey.
Absolutely.
I think another lens to apply to the sustainability story is the partnership and the collaboration approach. So we've done a lot of work with Safaricom through our financing to them, but also partnering with them on a number of environmental related activities. We have participated as Absa in the presidential environmental initiatives as well, including in the public holiday that we had recently, and just being part of that bigger community of companies, of institutions that are moving in the right direction in terms of sustainability. So we were very proud